We got the media team in here. We're the media
team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Been the block.
I've heard the feds want Big U. That's crazy. They've been doing all the shit. You know what's so funny? No, not Big U. Not Big U. I mean Jay Prince. Jay Prince. Jay Prince has his thing. Jay Prince has his thing he called courtesy call. It looked like the feds gave you a courtesy call about him. That's hilarious.
I don't know nothing about no feds wanting Jay Prince. I don't know nothing about that.
Well, I could say 6ix9ine
I don't know nothing about that.
No, I'm not saying you know. I'll give you the information now. 6ix9ine told me in the 11th hour when he said it was a whole day of snitching. They asked him every question in the book. And they said after a while, they left, and there was a new set of feds that came in and said, what do you know about Jay Prince? Because they knew he had issues with him. He said he really didn't have much to say because he never knew them. But they wanted information, and that let him know they were looking into Jay Prince.
I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm going to be real. That's all I know about Jay Prince.
I mean, you gotta know they're looking into it because they called you too.
I don't know nothing about that, bro. Stop playing with my.
No. I'm not saying you know nothing about it, but what I'm saying is, Wack, you're not listening.
Listen, they never told me. Hey, look, weirdo, you got the files, not edited. They never told me what they heard. I'm not stupid. In order for them to call me about him,
Wack, I'm not saying you
heard something on one of them lives over there, right?
Wack, that's what I'm saying. If
the
the feds call you about me, if the feds call you about me, you'll be like, oh, the feds
are do like that,
right?
All I know about Jay Prince is rap a lot.
No, you don't know nothing. I know.
Hold on, hold on, bro. You brought him up, I'm gonna clear it up. I know rap a lot, right? I know his children. I know Josh Prince has something to do with the fight of the Drake. I know from music, he rolled off into cattle and hay and shit like that. I know he got an island somewhere in Belize or some shit. He wrote a book, because I seen him at in BET weekend one week in the radio room working his book. I know he was Deion Sanders' ex.
Okay, all that's good.
I don't know, bro. Jay Prince.
I know you don't know anything, but let me ask you. I'm asking. Wack. I'm the square dude. I'm asking the street nigga. If the feds is calling you asking about someone, what does that tell you?
It tell me they called and asked me about him.
That's it.
That's it. Everything else is assumption. I don't know, bro. I don't know. No. I know he's in the boxing. I don't know. No.
So wait, Wack, isn't it an assumption that somebody called a case but no court date? Maybe that's an assumption. You're saying the feds call you about somebody, and it's an assumption that they're looking into them, but it's not an assumption that.
No, Akademiks. That's a fact. It's documented that a case was called. It's documented several.
But it's not documented that he was talking to the feds or working. So you're assuming.
Yo, look, I'm going to say this for the last time because you're making yourself sound real stupid. I don't think you understand what working means. And I get it because you're not on the street. You don't understand.
Working is snitching, right? Working is snitching.
No. Listen.
What's the difference?
Listen. Here goes the difference. If I say dude snitched on dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can pinpoint exactly who we told on. When we say a nigga's out here working, we don't know who he led them to or how many. We just know at a time you were supposed to be in prison, they allowed you to stay on the street, court-free, bail-free. And the only time they're going to do that, you get what I'm saying, is if you're providing something for them. See, listen, when I fought my Texas case, I had court dates. I had a bail bondsman. I had to call every Thursday. If I didn't, they'd have locked me up. You get what I'm saying? Okay. I had a bail receipt and court dates. Attorneys, I was going back and forth to court. Nigga, you don't catch them type of cases for 22 months as an ex-con. You have no record of arrest at that time, and you have no court, bro. And you running around. And you ain't told the streets you got open cases. The reason you don't tell them, you won't want niggas to know you hot. Now, I only know because somebody close to him was tied to somebody close to me. So that's how I knew. If that person wouldn't have called me, I wouldn't have never known.
Yeah, but Wack, you also said you said they asked you about J Prince because they're probably listening to something over there. Why would they be listening to J Prince's phone?
I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's his phone, his people's phone, a nigga rounding phone. I don't know. I didn't get off into that. I think I asked him, whose phone you listen to?
No, Wack. I'm asking for your opinion because, like,
I don't know. I can't tell you, bro. It's obvious that they heard something over there. Shit, they had to. Me and Jay Prince ain't got no business or no shit. Like, we ain't had no brawls or people shootouts, riots and no shit. So they had to hear something on the line for them to think, right, that they was, I was threatening some shit. He never threatened me in his life, bro. And it ain't nothing he ain't said to me, I ain't said to him. It's not a threat. That's just, talk.
I get it.
It's not a threat. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Nah.
And what I didn't want to do is just hang the phone up because that looks like what? Maybe he is scared. Right?
Yeah. That's
and
right.
I'm like, I've never felt threatened. We know each other.
You spoke nicely of him. Did he ever tell you thanks?
I said it to him.
You sent the call to him?
That's a fact.
Oh shit.
I sent it to him before it went on the internet.
Okay. Now, Wack, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna ask this question. And I'm not trying to get you jammed up, but I'm just thinking out loud. You getting online and warning, or pretty much you essentially warn Big U.
I ain't warned shit.
No, hold on. I'm not saying you were intentionally
I
trying to
ain't
warn.
warned shit.
Wack, I'm not
Did
trying
you
to.
run at your house?
No, Wack, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay, stop playing, White, bro. Every time you play with me, I'm gonna play with you, bro.
Wack. I'm not saying you intentionally warned, but that's how some people.
I didn't warn shit. I trolled it.
All right. Okay. Let's go to the Big U thing, right? So if you're saying you sent a federal call to who they're asking about, do you ever think about like they might be pissed at you to say you're obstructing our investigation? What the? You're telling we want to lock up.
Wait, what are you talking about? You sound dumb as fuck. Feds call me about Big U, dummy.
No, I'm talking about J Prince. No, I'm talking about J Prince. Like if they see,
hey bro, what are you talking about? You sound dumb as fuck. They called and asked that I feel threatened. They called me.
But you say you sent it to him and you also put it out online. They might be like, yo, bro.
You know what I did? I didn't tell him to call me. This ain't no big baby. Don't nobody know what else did.
Yeah. I'm only asking because maybe they're like, yo, you're obstructing our investigation when you're.
That's not obstructing.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know if it is.
That's not obstructing because guess what? There was never a crime committed against me.
Okay, that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I do think, this constant prediction, especially if there's proprietary information known. Like, for example, if I know, if
I don't know about, hey, bro, listen to me. If a nigga called you, if they called you tomorrow, hey, look, we called him, we heard Wack100 wants to rob you and that he extorted you and that he took your gold chain last month. And you gonna be like, that's some bullshit. None of that happened. Right? That's not you jeopardizing nothing. You telling the truth. It's a lie.
Hold on. Let me ask you, I'm asking your opinion on this. If
Jay Prince never ever.
I don't even have to talk about Jay Prince. I'm gonna just make up a fictional scenario.
He ain't never threatened me.
Yo,
bro.
if I heard that they were gonna run a search warrant on my neighbor, like say somehow I got access to know that information, and I hit up my neighbor saying, yo, they're coming to kick your door in tomorrow, they're gonna run a search warrant. If they know that I did that, that's obstruction of justice. That's the charge. You don't think so?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. They called
my
phone.
I'm asking you a question. So say
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I'm asking you a question. Like in theory, if I know, if somehow
you
I
wanted that little kid?
huh?
Now you wanted that little kid?
Like you're like dancing right now. Like you could just say,
no, nigga. What I'm doing is every time you ask me police shit,
that's
I'ma
police
ask you
shit.
Police shit.
Wait, no, I'm
And
talking about the
telling you,
law
tread
in theory.
lightly.
I'm talking.
Act. This is whack. I ain't them little. I don't give a
Whack. I'm talking
like,
about in theory.
Stop asking me police shit, bro.
I'm talking about in theory. I'm just
I
talking about in
told
theory.
you 3 times that's police shit.
Police. All right.
Next I'm gonna start. I'm gonna ask you some shit.
I'll make up a different. And by the way, no, I never tried. But Whack, I'm not scared of these
well,
questions.
I'm just saying, bro.
That's the
I
thing.
don't know.
Whack, I have zero legal liability for it.
That's lewd conduct.
No, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Hey, as a brother, I think you might want to move on because you're asking me some police.
I speak with the best attorneys in the land. I have zero
Warning
legal liability for anything we're talking about.
Warning number 3.
All right. Hold on. I'll make up a different scenario.
Better make up something.
You know, if the police say the police pull us over, right? And you know what obstruction of justice is, though, right? Like obstruction of justice is.
You know what lewd and lascivious conduct is on minors, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, bro, you might want to move on, bro. Stop asking me.
Okay, so all right. Okay, so you just don't want to talk about it.
I'm telling you right now, bro.
Whack.
No, hey,
Whack,
listen,
instead of dancing,
look, act. My arms ain't too short to box with the God. Like,
Whack. Instead of dancing,
See what you're doing, you think you're doing. You the dummy, not me. But every time you say something, I'm going to say something. And I'm telling you, homie to homie, let's move on.
Oh, okay. No.
If not, I'm going to start standing on some shit.
No, Whack. That's all I wanted to hear you say. To be like, yo, listen, let's talk about something else. Cool. That's perfectly fine.
But you ain't stupid. You know what you're doing for you do it.
No. I'm asking, and if you were like, yo, we're not talking about that.
Okay, well, I'm asking, do you know what grooming of a minor is?
I absolutely
do you
know
know suggestions of sexual acts to minors can be deemed as grooming and lewd and lascivious acts?
Yes.
Okay. Stop asking me police shit.
So that was your way of saying let's move on. Because I'm down to talk about anything.
I mean, you can play dumb, I can play dumb. We could be two dummies. We can start a podcast, me and you. Dumb and Dumber. I'm with it. I thought a pretty cat, and you can say, I did. Or
Whack.
you both act like
it's
we
always
have brains.
Whack. It's always okay to just say, listen, next topic. Like for example,
I said 5 times, but see, go to
I didn't.
Fuck what you talking
It feel like
about,
you were
bro.
trying to answer, but answer a different way.
You know what you're doing before you do it. Stop playing with me, man. I don't drink or do drugs.
I'm
a very witty guy. I'm probably the wittiest GED having nigga it is on the face of the earth.
You're one of the smartest content creators I've seen.
I'm saying, well, hey, listen. Let's keep it cute. That's how you say it, baby. Keep it cute.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What's going on, YouTube? It's Clubhouse TV, back with another one. And this is where we get into the rawest, uncut convos in the game. And y'all heard the content, and y'all heard Wack fire back at Akademiks after Ak tried to label him as playing into Fed games because Wack shared alleged info from Rayshawn Williams' alleged mom that the Fed was going to arrest Big U at the end of March, early April. It got heated, so let's break it down. So here's what went down. Akademiks recently drew a bold comparison between the federal phone call that Wack received from the feds asking him did he feel threatened regarding Jay Prince. Now, Act straight up called what Wack did, or asked Wack did he consider that an obstruction of justice because Wack told the public on Clubhouse That Ray Sean Williams' mom allegedly said Big U was going to get picked up by the feds into March or early April. Now Wack's not having it. He clapped back, saying Ack was out of pocket. He's playing police games by asking police questions. Don't compare me to that. I'm not no informant. I'm not speaking on what was told to me. I'm just speaking on what was told to me by the family. That's not obstruction. That's a mother warning the streets what's coming. Now, Wack goes on to say that Akademiks is trying to play the internet lawyer but doesn't understand the streets or how intel gets passed around. He accuses Ack of purposely twisting the narrative to make it look like Wack is part of a federal setup. Ack, just because you don't understand the politics don't mean you get to label a real one like that. I reminds folks that the call involving Jay Prince was a verified Fed tap. Meanwhile, Wack says what he shared is street level info, nothing handed to the government, and definitely nothing he was trying to hide. You making it look like I'm out here playing seeds for the feds. Nah, I'm letting people know what's already moving these streets. There's a difference. Now, Wack ends the rant by saying Ack needs to stay in his lane, stop throwing legal terms around for views, and stop disrespecting real convos from people living his life. I ain't obstructing no justice. I'm exposing it. Let me know what you think about the content in the comments. Do you think Wack crossed the line, or is Ack overreacting? Don't forget to like, share, comment,